Right? I am a Hebrew Israelite, and each week we're commanded by the Lord Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, to come out and tell our people who they are according to the scriptures. Right? And before I get started, I'd like to give all praises, glories, and honors to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rukakwadash. All right? Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught us this truth and who rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopefully elect, the men, women, and children who are listening and learning. Okay, shalom. Lord willing, this is edifying, right? Yahweh is the name of the Heavenly Father, which our people in the world ignorantly call God. Okay, in the Hebrew, his name is Yahweh. Okay, Yah meaning he, Hawa meaning exist or to be. All right. The name of his only begotten son is Yahweh Shai. Okay. Yahweh Shai translates from the Hebrew to the English as he, the deliverer. He saves. All right. Because he's coming back to save his people. Okay. So when the Christians say they're saved, they're not saved by anything, because there's nothing going on right now that they need to be even saved by. So, you know, in turn, you know, you got to ask yourself what you need to be saved from. All right. There's coming plagues and destructions, okay, that our people are going to have to go through in order to inherit the kingdom. Right. And only the elect of Israel, okay, is actually going to make it out of those troubles. Right. Okay. And our people consist of the so-called Negroes, so-called Latinos, and so-called Native American Indians who are here in Babylon the Great. Babylon the Great is, in the scriptures, is America, right? Babylon the Great, Sodom, you know, Egypt, Assyria, okay, Nineveh. All these names are synonymous with America because America has embodied all the ancient customs and paganism that those civilizations and those countries and kingdoms used to practice, man. And it's all back here. Everybody's back here in their lot to either receive salvation or judgment, right? Okay, so the Lord is, you know, getting ready to smash this place, man. Okay, set this whole thing on fire and cast judgment, okay? Put judgment on the entire nation of Israel, starting first, and then the rest of this. It's starting to rain a little bit. Close to the shelter. Yeah, like I was saying, you know, the Lord is going to cast brimstone, fire, and brimstone on this place, man. And as oppression increases, because scriptures tell you what, like a woman in travail, you know, as these plagues start to increase, okay, these plagues are the things the Most High has set up, okay, to bring up upon this entire world, okay, especially Israel, the end of all ends. You know what I'm saying? With these missiles, these intercontinental ballistic missiles, right? Because that is the judgment that Yahweh, the Most High, and his son Yahweh Shai is going to bring to this earth, right? And this is happening pretty soon, because you see the prophecies, all the indications in the scriptures that are telecasted or forecasted to happen before that great and mighty event, the day of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. They're approaching one after the other, faster and faster. They're getting closer and closer to, you know, the time for them to come to fruition. Okay, you got war happening right now, man. World War III is on the horizon, but right now, war between countries are brewing or happening right now, and you can see war between Ukraine and Russia. Okay, Palestine and the Jewish, small hats. You know, you got Guyana and Venezuela want to go at it. You see, Russian tanks, submarines and warships going to Cuba. Okay, right in the backyard of Babylon. Okay, then you got U.S. and Taiwan. Taiwan want to go at it. Okay, U.S. and China want to go at it, ready to go at it over Taiwan. Okay, you have U.S. going at it with Iran. Okay, on a smaller scale, but all these things are happening, to prove through the scriptures that war is on the horizon. Okay, things are getting harder. Everyday living is getting harder, man. To make it through the day or the week or the month is getting harder and harder, right? You see inflation happening all over the world. Okay, and it hasn't really hit and escalated here in Babylon great because the Lord is not ready for it to hit full scale, but you see, from month to month, year to year. Just look at 2017, 2018. Things was just cool. And then 2019, 2020 came and everything kind of changed, and things got harder. There was lockdowns and all kind of stuff, you know what I mean? So those things was a mark, and if I may, in between that, there were blood moons. You see, the scriptures tell you, look for the signs in the heavens. There's signs in the heavens, blood. The moon shall turn into blood. So those are indications, okay, quoted by the scriptures, okay, that things are going to start to increase. Okay, the Lord is going to start to increase his visitation, okay, upon this earth in this wicked ass kingdom. Okay, so yeah, things are going to get increasingly harder, man. Increasingly harder. It's going to get harder and harder for Jakes to actually make it on a daily basis, man. Okay, with the economy being like it is, okay, you have high inflation coming. It's touching other countries, but right now it's climbing slowly here in Babylon the Great, right? And though the average so-called American, still can continue to do the daily things that they need to do to survive this place, it's getting increasingly harder, okay, to put food on the table, to pay rent. Okay, rent is damn near double what it used to be when I first moved to, Georgia. Okay, coming from, New York. New York was high as hell. Now it's out of range for me anyway. You know what I'm saying? I can't live there. You know what I'm saying? I refuse to live there and paid all that high ass rent, man. You know what I'm saying? And then you move down here, and now down here is like it's catching up. It ain't too far from New York, man. So things are getting harder, man. Then you have jobs. You know what I'm saying? You see a lot of help wanted signs, but you apply and you try to get a job, but they don't hire you, man. And some people don't even want to work. This is after this pandemic. You know what I mean? So things are increased. The escalation of things that can go wrong is increasing. Okay, you see mass judgments from the Most High now. Like people are dying in large groups now, man. Some things that are happening now, people are dying on large scale, groups of people, man. Like, earthquakes is taking out 150 people at one time. You know what I'm saying? Like bridges collapsing. You got shit going on that, like wasn't apparent before the pandemic, or maybe they were going on, but we never really studied or heard about them like that, man. Okay, so the Lord's judgment is coming to fruition, man. And in all this, we have the enemy of our people, okay? We have the enemy of our people, okay, trying to position themselves to rule over us in the next 4 years. Okay, we're talking about this election that's about to take place, man. And you see all kinds of weird shit going on with this election, man. So-called assassination attempt of Donald Trump, man. You know, there's all kinds of things that don't add up with that. And then, you know, now you have, you know, Sleepy Joe bowing out gracefully to make room for, you know what I'm saying, Kamala Harris. And, you know, in less than, what, 3 or 4 days, she done raised like $80 million for her campaign. And the breadwinners of that $80 million is a bunch of so-called Negro women, nigger women. Okay, they flocked. You know what I'm saying? All this money that I guess the government been supporting them with, you know what I'm saying? They put their 2 dimes together and donated it to her so she can get elected, man. And it's all the Lord's will if she does, but it's not going to stop the Lord's will, man. The Lord's will is still going to come to fruition, man. His word is still going to happen. It's going to supersede anything that the enemy, okay, tries to do or tries to stop, okay? They don't have no power over the word of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, man. But the scriptures tell us, man, that, you know, we're not even supposed to vote, you know? Meanwhile, you know, all Eve is worried about is to get a so-called Negro woman in the office when she claims she ain't even a Negro. You know what I mean? She's not even claiming us. She don't even want to be one of our culture. You know, she claims she's Southeast Asian, an Indian woman, right? So why y'all flocking to support her? You know, when really, like, she's all her voting and all her bills and all her actions in politics demonstrate that she's against our people, specifically against, you know, Jake, you know, so-called Negro man, okay? But the Negro woman is flocking to her aid, you know, all these Kappas and Alphas and, you know, sororities, you know, putting together money. They coming out of drones to support her. Okay, but like I said, the will of the Lord is happening, man. And I'm gonna just bring this out because I mentioned it. This Deuteronomy 17 and 14. It says, when thou art come into the land which the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai thy power giveth thee, and shalt possess it, and shalt dwell therein, and shalt say, I will set a king over me, like as all the nations that are about me. Okay, really our king's supposed to be Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, man. Okay, but Israel wanted to be foolish and be like the other nations, you see. Meanwhile, the other nations actually want to be us. You know what I'm saying? I didn't mean to quote, what's that song? What's his face, man? K-Dot, but, you know, it is what it is. These other nations would love to be us because they realize that we are the salt of the earth, man. We are the salt of the earth, man. We are the Lord's people. Okay, we are the people on earth that the Lord favors. Okay, so they want to be us, right? Pause this for a second.